Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer, and thank you very much for tuning in. Particularly want to thank the $20 tier supporters on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms, those being Trevian Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we would do nearly as much as we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United RPG. We are running here on Final Show Films. We are Julia, Sally, and King of the Zodiac System, and we are your storytellers for the evening. Joined by a wonderful cast of players who have wonderful characters, and we will start our introductions tonight with Sen.
I'm Sen, and I am brain. Um, I'm playing Kiseki So, the Pokemon Ranger, and realizing that I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with my Pokemon because something isn't working. Anyways, I'm trying to rearrange Pokemon sprites on the overlay.
Okay. And Rudy.
Hey, I'm Rudy. I'm playing Ian, the daycare trainer.
And Yari.
Hi, I'm Yara. I'm playing Annabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
And Eric, who is playing Gray, our wandering chronicler, will be here a little later, hopefully. And we were going to go ahead and get started. So, previously in the Hoenn region, our group made their way to Mount Pyre, where they were almost instantly spied upon by a small cloth-wrapped purple-skinned Eevee that was later revealed to be Illusion. Venturing into Mount Pyre, you guys met a number of friends. Among them included a Navigast, which is now traveling along with So. And you made your way to the top, where you met the groundskeepers and the shrine guardians for the two orbs at the top of Mount Pyre. You also communed with Groudon. Some of you.
But that happened to some of us. Oh god.
Yes. And you learned that Kyogre is currently afraid of Courtney because Courtney is in possession of the blue orb, and the more she fractures the orb, the less of its power is contained within. So, she's not only actively potentially working with Hoopa, she's also potentially killing another legendary. So it added a little bit more evil onto her color palette.
Mhm.
Not that she needed much more. You can already cut yourself at the edge of that costume.
It's just because she has
And
horns.
yeah, that's true. Not horny though, asexual. Anyway,
Horny physically, descriptively, not emotionally or mentally.
yeah, horny derogatory.
I mean, that doesn't clarify any better.
It does not. At which point you guys returned the chunk of blue orb to the groundskeepers and made your way down to the boat, and were heading away from Mount Pyre as the episode ended. So, you guys are going a little slow currently because this is a well-traveled area. You guys are in a 5-mile wide inlet, and it's slow going, and you are not the only boat on the water currently. So Reginald is hyper focused on the road. Rain, we've done it twice now.
On the
Just
path.
focused on the path and the other boats alongside. Because as time has gone by and you guys are in the the late afternoon at this point. Traffic has picked up from your morning. So as you guys are pulling out, you get around the curve towards Lily Cove City. You can see it in the distance, and Reginald just sort of leans over one shoulder and says, "So what's the plan? Where are we headed? What's our best path here? I don't really know where I'm going."
We're going to be heading towards Sky Pillar. Just head that way and follow the islands until we need to stop. I say, pointing towards Moss Deep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pull out my Rotom phone and call Professor Birch.
Okay. The phone rings, and just when you think it's going to go to voicemail, is when he picks up. Professor Birch, hey, hey, what's going on?
Yep, just wanted to call you and give you an update. We just left Mount Pyre. And situation has evolved a bit. Ramon is currently in Moss Deep working on disassembling some of the secret base entrances we found for Team Magma while we were... I don't know if we updated you on the fact that we were doing an infiltration of a Team Magma base, but we did do that.
I don't believe we did.
There is an audible click from the other side, and you can hear a distant echo of yourself.
Oh, I'm on speakerphone. Great, cool.
Hi, I'm also listening in and taking notes.
Yep,
Sorry.
no worries. So yeah, we did infiltration of a Team Magma base because there were several Diamond Clan members that had been coerced into being Team Magma Grunts and who were being held hostage, not to their knowledge, but via psionic explosives that had been placed in their brain that were detectable via aura reading. We, with the aid of some legendaries, we were able to unbomb them and get them out to safety. Specifically, we got assistance from first Latios and Latios, and then Darkrai and why am I the player forgetting?
Cresselia.
And Cresselia. After that, we headed towards Mount Pyre because one of the Team Magma Grunts that we had encountered had what we believed to be a piece of Kyogre's blue orb, blue spheres, in place of an eye. And that was giving him access to what seems to have been some level of Kyogre's power. When we got to Mount Pyre, we discovered that... oh god, now I'm thinking a wrong name. Courtney. Courtney had a few weeks prior was what we learned, right?
Yeah.
A few weeks prior, Courtney had gone to Mount Pyre and stolen the blue orb from the peak of Mount Pyre, leaving the red orb alone, and had fractured it, seemingly, and is currently in possession of an unknown number of shards of the blue orb. Through the red orb, I contacted Kyogre, which was a joy to experience, let me tell you. If you've ever contacted the aura of a legendary Pokemon, it's not fun.
Not many of us can, so.
Through Kyogre, we learned that the orbs contain some amount of Kyogre and Groudon. Groudon. From Groudon, we learned that the orbs contain some amount of Kyogre and Groudon's energy, and the more fractured they become, the less likely they are to be able to have that energy returned to them, and thus less likely they are to be able to return to their primordial state, which Kyogre seems to, from what little amount of emotional resonance I was able to get off of Kyogre from the piece of blue orb that we have, Kyogre is terrified of the fact that its orb has been fractured seemingly a large number of times. We are currently heading to Sky Pillar to see if we can find any similar anomalies there, as to what we found in Mount Chimney. And then from there, we'll probably going to Sutopolis to investigate Kyogre, depending on what we find. Unless you've got any other leads for us, and unless Oak has anything to add when I copy him on this information later.
You've
look at-
also
I look-
forgotten.
I look at Annabella and just like, have I forgotten anything?
We have also found out that she has some dealings in Paldea,
Yes.
since she has at least been to the crater there and gained access to some Pokemon that she probably shouldn't have.
Yes. According to Annabella
They have been recovered.
and Ramon, there's something called
I have one and Ramon has the other. Yes.
Paradox Pokemon.
That's the
From-
term I've heard, but it's not not something I've done much research into.
From Paldea.
There is a sharp squeal on the other line, other end of the line.
Ow.
Sorry, it's a special interest.
Cool.
Understandable.
Well, we've got two of
Annabella
them.
just kind of reaches to her belt and pulls up the Pokeball with Vivian in it.
But yeah, that's confirmation that she is actively operating in multiple regions, outside of the two that we knew already. Yeah, is there anything else? I'm again looking at Bella. Am I forgetting anything?
The person she put the shot at the blue orb into, I don't believe was human fully. Some sort of homunculi statue.
Well, had previously been a Team Magma admin based on his outfit, but once the
Not human in the same sense as you or I.
Yeah, once the orb shard was removed, he just sort of became dust. Rapid desiccation, as if he had been dead a long time.
Let's see what else. That seems to be about it. I mean, apart from the fact she is clearly interested in us directly.
Yeah, and that seemed. Did either Darkrai or Cresselia confirm that she's definitely channeling Hoopa energy?
Not a confirmation, but a solid guess, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did not directly interface with Courtney.
Yeah.
Also,
And-
hello.
And look,
Guten Abend.
Willkommen.
there's an Eric. Yeah.
Danke.
So, we have picked up one additional teammate. I say directing the Rotom phone towards where Reginald is driving. This is Reginald. He was a Team Magma grunt whom we sort of picked up on our way out. I turned the Rotom phone back before Reginald could say anything. And oh yes, and pointed towards Gray. And we've also acquired a chronicler from Kanto. This is Gray Snap.
Oh, hey, yeah, I forgot I was here for the past half hour.
I'm on the phone with
Yeah,
Professor
yeah.
Birch giving
Hey,
him an
I've been
update.
here the whole time.
And we
question
hadn't
mark?
actually updated him since you joined, so I
Yeah.
figured go ahead and give him the update.
There's a noticeable pause from the other end of the line. About 30 seconds. First, you all have been through a lot in like a month.
I don't even think it's been that long.
Has it been a month?
It
Shit.
hasn't. It's been like 2 weeks.
Less than 2 weeks.
For me, it was just a few days.
Okay. She's actively working within other regions. Oak is in on this. Not the Courtney side of things. Is in on the situation.
Yeah, no.
Has taken.
We know.
Uh,
We've been included in a big group text.
Okay. Well.
Thankfully, that's how we got a hold of Darkrai, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh, and I have a stretch of a theory, though unconfirmed, that she might be partially behind President Stone's current illness. But that's
Oh, yeah.
unconfirmed.
If you haven't been paying attention to the news,
the car accident?
yeah.
Sorry, the accident, yes.
You know what? That absolutely could be her.
I can't confirm, though.
Ophelia's noting it on the board.
We haven't had a direct confrontation with her since the route outside Moss Deep, but she has approached Ramon at one point while he was away from the group, so we know that she's still monitoring us.
And Gray saw her at the docks.
Yeah, and Gray saw her at
as
the
we were
docks
heading
at
out.
Lily Cove.
Yes.
Yes.
So it seems like her eyes are on us for whatever that's worth.
You're investigating her.
Yep.
It makes sense. If you know there are cops on your tail, you keep an eye on the cops. It's the easiest way to get ahead. Be ahead.
I just need her to be within a few feet of me for about 6 seconds.
I mean, Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wait, why are we doing that?
He wants to punch her.
Above table, because that's how long it would take for me to use a focus punch.
In character, he wants to punch her in the face.
Yep.
There are several people that I am in contact with who feel appropriately the same. Okay, I've done the ring around Sutopolis. Make sure you guys fuel up around Evergrande.
Yep, we'll do. We're coming straight from Mount Pyre, so we might end up stopping ahead of time. I don't know how good the fuel consumption on this boat is.
I can answer that for you. You guys have about a third of a tank of gas.
Oh, okay. So we probably have to stop earlier than that. Well, we'll be stopping for fuel somewhere along the way. But yeah, we're spiraling around. We're heading out of the bay from Lily Cove now. So we're gonna spiral around from Moss Deep to Evergrande to Pacific Log to Sky Pillar.
Should only take you 3-4 hours most.
Yep. Right, is there
All right.
anything new on your end that we need to know, or are we good to keep going? And do you want us to notify Oak, or can you pass the notes along?
I am going to make a few phone calls, and then I will be talking to Professor Oak on my own. I have about 9 phone calls to make before I make that call.
Understandable.
For what it's worth, it didn't look like Stone was included in Oak's big group text. You might want to check and see if any of the other regional champions that you can get a hold of are being kept in the dark, because they seem to be good people to be in on this.
You see Professor Birch just tap his nose on the other side of the Rotom phone. Already ahead of you on that one.
Cool.
Fair enough. While we have you, actually, Ophelia, I know you're extremely busy these days, understandably. Have you made any more progress on that book?
I admittedly have not made as much progress as I would like. I have translated a few pages. It's got some wild theories on the actual biological evolution of Pokemon rather than the sort of mystical full body transformations that Pokemon undergo. So talking about like some of the diagrams in here are for evolution over time. And it's wild speculative biology, but on some of these things. But I've only got about 10 of the pages done so far. And I will continue to work on that like 600-page book.
As and when you have time.
Yeah.
I'm curious to have a look at
No.
those when we get back, if we get a moment.
I am curious as well.
Yes, thank you. Again, by the way.
Of course. All right. Notify me how Skypillar goes. Let me keep me updated on what you guys find there, and then I'm gonna go call a bunch of champions and hopefully see if we can't get some other bodies in on this that are a little more, I don't want to say a little more capable, but have higher firepower than you guys that could assist.
Murasame in Age/Slash form just peeks over my shoulder with a slightly irritated look that probably only So could recognize at the Rotom phone at the insult of not being high firepower. So doesn't say anything. Murasame just gives it a look.
When I am done with my calls, I will also update a list of contacts that I will put you guys in with. And Professor Oak's private army is fantastic, but he's obviously not thinking right these days. So we'll make our own militia, I suppose.
I mean, I feel like when you have Pokemon Rangers actively working on it, the term militia is probably a bit much, but sure.
You know what? Absolutely fair. That you all are not given enough credit for what you do as is. So
He shrugged. I mean, half of the region seems to think we're some combination of firefighters and lumberjacks, so I'm not surprised.
all right. Keep me updated.
Yep.
He will hang up.
Right upon off. And then to nobody, when what we actually are is more like really singular-minded, targeted special forces.
After a solid deep breath out, just because phone calls a lot most of the time, especially that, just goes, and you do good work.
Thank you.
Don't worry yourself about it. Right then. So Pacific Log by way of Evergrande, it sounded like, right?
Well, Skypillar by way of Pacific Log, by way of Evergrande, by way of probably
By way of Moss Deep.
Moss Deep or Purica, depending on how long our tank lasts.
Okay.
Reginald pipes up, spouts off a bunch of like engine specifics about the model, and says, "Oh, right. Commoners. We will get to about Moss Deep before we need to refuel."
Right. Okay.
Just so we don't draw more attention to Moss Deep while Ramon is doing his thing, we should probably stop at one of these smaller islands ahead of there. Does anyone know if there's a fueling station? There should be a fueling station on all of them, technically, I guess.
There's at least one on every other. So we can probably stop around Monsu Island or the ABC Islands.
I'm looking it up because I don't know what's on Mussel Island, but I really want to know what's on
Mussel
Mussel
Island was an island where a load of trainers like to train each other with each other in double battles. The ABC Islands was known for. This is weird specific memories of the anime here. I remember exactly what fight it was too. It was a Quagsire and a Warring. ABC Islands were a natural surplus of deep sea tooth and deep sea scales and a load of clamprol, I believe. It was the one where they introduced Huntail and Gorobus.
Okay, we definitely have to stop.
Amazing.
We definitely have to stop
Yes,
at
it
Mussel
was a great
Island
episode.
because I want to hear Julia's description of Mussel Island.
Yeah. It's just a big island training area.
With a mountain on it that looks like a flexing bicep.
Yes, it's real
Yep.
dumb.
I'm delighted you remember this much about it.
Pokemon has been my hyperfixation since I was very little.
On to Mussel Island.
Of course.
Okay. I need perception checks or survival checks from everyone.
Ooh, I'm good at.
Would I be able to use my aura perception for this?
Yes.
It
19.
doesn't really matter because it's the exact same. Intuition and survival are the exact same. I just wanted to know if my aura would give me anything.
Hmm.
13.
Annabella, phone calls are hard, and you guys just spouted a ton of anxiety-inducing information at effectively your boss. So that is where your brain is at while this perception check is necessary. Just kind of, oh god, we dumped all of that on him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think she just realized how much it was in a very tight span, and it's just like, oh god.
Ian, Gutsy is being very loud and distracting. Gutsy apparently does not like being on the boat and wants to be off the boat.
I am popping a seasickness medicine and keeping my eyes open.
Fair. Gray and So, the main thing you guys notice is traffic is picking up. You're getting towards by the time you guys are getting closer to Mussel Island, you're looking at the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon sort of time period. So traffic is oddly both thinning and thickening as you are going in between these two islands, or through all of these islands. But yes, eventually the group does arrive at a...
Because we're technically on a route, could we keep our eyes out
yeah,
for anything floating
you know
in the
what?
water as we go by?
You know what? Everybody can roll me a luck roll. I will allow this.
Remind how to roll luck.
Did you put it on your hotbar, the little coin amulet icon?
Oh yeah.
Click that.
I found nothing.
You found nothing. I also
got
found
a
nothing.
Roselli berry.
I found nothing on the luck
In the
table for
water.
the past 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I did
alright.
not do that.
So-
So Rudy, you're going to go to the compendium packs tab.
Compendium.
You're going to go to roll tables, open the roll tables folder, PTR
Alright.
roll tables, click on that, and then
PTR table.
open the pickup tables folder that there, and the luck table should be the first hot icon that you see. You can click and drag that down to your hotbar, so you have ready access to it, and then just click on it.
All right.
I don't know how I found a berry, but I did.
The same way Ian found an X tag, just floating on the water.
Yeah,
I guess.
bobbing along. No, actually, Annabella, yours falls directly in your lap as you see a Wingull flying
Yeah, I was gonna say
overhead
Wingull,
just
right?
get completely annihilated by another larger bird. Just a Pelipper from nowhere just knocks the ever-living shit out of that thing, and you've got a berry.
Lands in her lap, just like, huh. Okay.
Ian, you just sort of absentmindedly stick your hand in the water, and along the way, just you feel something, and instinctively your hands wrap around a small, effectively bottle of pills, labeled as
nice.
X-Attack.
So the steroids
Nice.
came to you.
Do not ask questions about the ocean
you-
pills.
Eventually, you
Fell out of
guys.
they just fell out of a passing swimmer. They just fell out of his jockstrap. Just
Yeah.
Do not ask questions.
I mean, it kind of makes sense as you have found this not a couple miles out from Muscle Island at this point. As you guys can see that island in the distance, a large rock mountain in the shape of a
Muscle Island is
a muscled bifist.
Muscle Island is definitely a hot
Bicep.
spot on Muscle Island is definitely a hot spot on the Pokemon Universe version of Grinder.
Absolutely.
There's always like 30 people there.
Mm-hmm.
How did I know you were going to say that when you like
Surprising amount of
as soon as
politicians.
you got to hotspot?
The
Once a year it shuts down for a convention.
Yeah. The app just doesn't work. Too much traffic. The main feature as you guys are approaching the island is a large like outdoor gym space that covers like most of the beach on this side of the island you guys are approaching on. There are several signs that indicate that the fueling station is on the far side of the island, which it's only like a quarter of a mile around, if that. Thank you. And Reginald follows the signs, eventually pulls off into a small fueling station that's filled with several other speedboats. Some obviously individuals who are frequenting Muscle Island, some just families traveling in between. The occasional obvious Pokemon trainer on like a routine stop through. And yeah, Reginald pulls up, steps out onto the platform, and goes and talks to the individual who's running the stall.
He doesn't have any money, so one of us should go with him to pay.
Annabella just pulled herself up.
I don't know. What if it's a plot point for him to not have to speak during the next several conversations?
I mean, that him driving the boat is the plot point for him not to have to speak the next several conversations.
Yep. It's 1,000 pen to fill up the boat.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna get out and stretch my legs while we're refueling the boat.
Yeah. Several of your Pokemon are very excited that there is a platform that they can stand on that is not moving with the water.
Well, yeah, because for the first time in a long time, all of So's Pokemon have been in their Pokeballs. So, like, he gets up. Thankful to be on land, he will get up, like, head down the dock, and then just unleash all the Pokemon.
Yeah. Annabella won't let out a couple of hers. She will notably avoid letting out Vivian because paradox Pokemon.
Don't wish to draw attention to yourself.
Not
Absolutely
particularly.
fair.
I mean, it will be a full team of like 5 different ghost Pokemon. So probably some attention there, but
Yeah.
not for possibly illegal Pokemon.
It's okay.
Uh,
You've got
It-
you've. It's okay. You have like a ranger with you. If there's anybody that would bust you for having an illegally imported Pokemon, it would be so.
Fair.
Annabella and So, if that is the case, the two of you give me perception checks.
Regular question: would my aura system
Yep.
apply? Okay.
Absolutely.
19.
So Annabella, you're getting your Pokemon out and getting everybody like, hey, we're on land again. And that sort of thing. So your attention is drawn to a younger individual, probably you would say 12, 13 maybe. One side of their head shaved, long brown hair that goes about to their knees, wearing a white tank top with a red Pokeball and jean shorts and flip-flops, a Pokeball belt hanging around her hips. But the dominating thing about it, and the thing that's preventing you from really looking at the face, is the giant multiple $100 camera that she's taking pictures of Annabella with.
I'm just gonna like, because Annabella didn't consent to this, I'm just gonna
Absolutely.
step in the line of the photography.
They stop, lower the camera, give a shy smile.
I'm very obviously looking at them.
I'm gonna roll some dice real quick.
Do I recognize this person at all?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool.
Um,
The description was vague enough that I was like, is this somebody I'm supposed to know, or?
I was like, is this Gabby? No, she's the Is this Gabby from like that interviewer thing in Hoenn? No, that she's the interviewer, not the camera person.
you see a flash of recognition go across their face, and they just very slowly lower the camera and begin walking towards you without making eye contact.
I will watch them walk towards me. I now slightly confused the flash of recognition. What's the emotional state via aura?
Anxiety.
I do cause that in people. It's true.
You can give me an intuition check.
Yeah.
Because this will also tell you body language and whatnot. Okay, so as they are approaching you, the main thing you're picking up between body language, what's on their face, and how they're approaching you, they know they're in trouble. They know exactly what they did wrong, and the fact that a Pokemon Ranger caught them doing it, they know they're in trouble. But this is a teenager who knows they've been found out, and has come to serve their time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll wait till she gets close.
Yeah, they get about 15 feet from you and stop.
Do I need to tell you? Do I need to tell you what was wrong with that?
They will hold up the camera, and you can just barely make it out from the distance, but the little view window has 2 options currently up on it, and it just says yes, no. And she clicks yes, and then picture deleted pops up.
You're not in like serious trouble. Just seriously ask people before you take their photo.
Okay, I apologize. No, I didn't really think about that. That's not a.
What's your name?
I'll ask. Sari.
Sorry, I'm So. The person you're taking a picture of is Annabella. Would you like me to introduce you?
Yeah.
All right, come here. And I'll walk her over to Annabella.
Annabella is currently just giving Crowley as much of a brush as a ghost type needs, but like kind of feels person coming close and just kind of stands up. Hi.
Hey, Annabella. This is. Well, sorry, what was the name? I immediately forgot it.
Siri.
Hi, this is Sari. I think she was interested in either your style or your Pokemon. I will let her speak on her behalf. We'll say
A
gesture.
little bit of both. Well, the main thing that made me sort of really drawn to your Pokemon was the Houndstone, but they have not looked at Annabella this entire time. They're staring directly at the Elucion. But they're doing that thing where you stare at something and then dart your eyes away to obviously you're not staring at that thing.
I've had a roll
I've
intuition to see if she can pick up the intent here.
Yeah, sure. I haven't seen several. Oh yeah, 100%. You can recognize one autistic to another. You can recognize.
Yeah. Interesting Pokemon.
Yep. They are just sort of like hard stare. You had a lot of ghost types that I haven't seen before and wanted to get some pictures. Is that okay?
Shouldn't be a problem. I don't mind, but I'll ask them.
Wait, you can talk to them?
I try not to let on, but it's a special little ability of mine.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. One of those. Don't worry about it. Were there any in particular you were interested in? You were taking a look at my Houndstone?
Yeah, and they will point down at the Elucion. I have never seen that one before.
Until quite literally yesterday, neither. Actually, earlier today.
Yeah, earlier today.
Until earlier today, neither had I. So.
What is it?
This is a ghost type evolution of Eevee, from what I can tell.
That's huge.
Yes, actually. This will
They
definitely help with my research, but yes, Cleo?
They get down on one knee and hold out a hand. And then you see Cleo sort of sniff and then straighten and look at them. And then just sort of tilt her head. And then sort of relax into the hand.
And then relax through the hand.
Yeah.
You don't mind them taking a few pictures of you, do you? They're curious about you.
They give a head shake. And you're telepathic. I
am telepathic and just speak to ghosts.
I have no problem with it.
Wonderful. And she'll ask, and same to you, Crowley?
Crowley gives a borth of improvement. Approval? Improvement's not a word.
Yeah, close enough.
Improvementfulness.
Neither of them mind. But yes, no, I'm fascinated by Cleo here. She's first I've seen one, and first I've even read about one if there were any literature. Which means I get to write my own, which is wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to back up.
Oh, yes, of course. And she'll kind of step aside.
And they will reach down and press the button on 2 Pokeballs and release out a Rotom and a Smeargle. And you see them make some hand motions. It's very clearly baby sign language
Mm-hmm.
towards the two Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and they, without even responding back, they jump into positions. Rotom acts as a light for the camera work, and Smeargle quickly sets to painting different shadows to change the silhouette of things in the backdrop so that it draws more attention to Ellucian. And this 12-year-old starts taking pictures about the time Gray starts paying attention, or has walked onto the beach. You see a small child, probably early teens, if anything, just multiple $100 camera just going away, taking pictures at Annabella's Pokemon. And it is very obvious that this child has been using a camera for a long time. But they do a small photo shoot with both of your Pokemon, and after about 10-15 minutes, they stop and then go for a bag on their hip, and then look up at Annabella. I'm gonna guess, and they'll pull out two they're square biscuits almost.
Mhm.
They can't eat, right?
My understanding is they don't. I think my understanding is they don't need to eat, but that's your call. I don't think there's anything explicit.
Okay.
Double checking with Ellucian, but yeah.
I believe they're both nullivores.
I don't know where to find that information on the thing. Probably in the species box thing.
Yeah, it'll be in the it'll be under the same information, the habitat in the actual like Pokedex like entry.
Yeah, just trying to find it. Yeah, Crowley is a nullivore. Cleo is a nullivore.
Okay.
No, they don't need to eat.
Okay. You see the Smeargle kind of just walks by and holds out a hand, and they deposit one of the biscuits into the hand. Stuffs it back in their side pouch. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Hold on. And she'll have a random phone come up. Do you mind sending me those photos, especially of Cleo? I can.
No, not at all.
And of course, details so I can, credit you properly, of course.
Yeah.
There's a chance these end up in an academic paper.
Oh, okay, that's huge. Legit. Cool. And they start spouting off. They give you an email, and they give you a phone number as well. They give you the last name. Why would you do that? Why would you talk right when I'm thinking? That's not helpful. King? You said who?
Yes.
I was answering.
Headmate, Eric.
Yeah, one of my headmates.
I mean, gotcha.
They give you the last name Woodruff.
Woodruff.
Does that last name ring a bell for me?
Go ahead and give me a general education check.
General education. Get 2 dice on that. 9.
You've heard the name in a few photo galleries. That this one might be. This might be the child of Henry Woodruff, who's done a number of photo shoots for Steven Stone on like his has done some of his like champion photos for like headshots and stuff.
So
He has
that
done a few other famous trainers along the way.
so there's a name that might crop up in my world.
Yeah,
Possibly. Okay.
absolutely.
And we've got this kid here who's already a pro at camera work.
Yeah, solid
And
guess
has
this is
a-
their kid.
Like where it has some is this like top of the line equipment now?
Yeah,
Oh.
that they are. You can see the bag on their back is full of camera supplies. They have taken out several different implements. It seems like their Pokemon journey is documentation. But yeah, you can piece together. This is probably their kid. It's probably his kid.
Is this how to put it? Would there be? Sorry, I am I'm not very brain today.
No, I understand.
Are these some folks who would it be of benefit to are these folks who would be of benefit to know maybe just
I mean, they might be able to put you in touch with their dad, which would get you another name in the art world of Hoenn.
There was probably a time when Gray would have been fine to just sit back and go, cool. How'd you say Woodruff? Any relation to that thing that you said?
Henry, yeah, that's my dad.
Is this child was that a response of like, oh yeah, of course, or is it just like, oh, here we go again?
It was yeah, of course. Yeah, that's my dad. And you see them quickly like their eyes just sort of dart over the features of your body. I can put you in touch with him.
Sure, that'd be nice.
I think Anna recognizes the child of someone in a certain field. It's like, yeah. If that's what it is.
They kind of they walk over and just hand you a black business card with his name, email, and phone number. Tell him Sari gave you the card, and if he's not too busy, you might be able to get a portfolio submitted. He might be able to get you some hookups. Especially if you're anywhere around Mauville. He does a lot of photo shoots out that way. But he kind of travels, so that's the best way to get a hold of him.
Yeah, I think
Gotcha.
seeing Mauville, I think Annabella recognizes.
You've probably
been or
seen
seen
some
one of the galleries once or twice.
Yeah.
And she'll then immediately not say the word she's thinking, out of respect.
But I say, so it, and I gesture at the camera, runs in the family.
Yeah. My earliest memory is my father taking my picture, and that I don't know what it is, but and they will just take a picture, and there will be that snap from the camera, and just the noises that come from it, and they just kind of you see their entire body relax. It's always been my thing. So, and ghost Pokemon have been one of my favorite types since I was a little kid. And so when I saw 5 fairly strong and capable looking Pokemon, I wanted to take pictures. Because I don't get to run into many ghost types just out and about.
Well, obviously with permission from your parents, because younger. I will get in touch with you and your parents, obviously. But if you're ever in Lily Cove, I am currently staying there in my parents' lab. If you would ever like to come by and meet a few.
Yeah, absolutely. And about this time, you all hear a sharp whistle. As somebody enters the beach area from the fueling station, a gentleman, probably you'd say 18, 19, blue button-up shirt that's not tucked into to a set of trousers and penny loafers, an individual with raven black greased back hair walks up. Sari, time to go. Boat's been fueled and everybody's eaten. Let's get on the road. Sorry, that's my brother Daniel. I'm gonna go. It was nice meeting all of you.
Yes, much the same to you.
Thank you for letting me take your pictures.
Of course.
And they will scamper off after their older brother. What has Ian been doing while Annabella's been having her Pokemon fawned over?
Oh, he's definitely
Because
gonna
I was about to say you and Sil are
Muscle.
on the island for the two of you.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be exploring close by, checking out what everyone's doing on the island. So
it is a veritable smorgasbord of different activities. Just on the beach alone, there's weightlifting. There's a few people who are doing cardio workouts. You're seeing the thing that really draws your eye is a man who's going toe to toe in a boxing ring against a Hitmonchan.
That's where I went immediately.
Yeah.
That man is so.
Yeah. So saw somebody take a mock punch and stand back up like it was nothing and was like, "There, that's where I need to live."
My people.
I live here now.
Well, done with the investigation, guys. You guys can figure this out. We're kind of working with and for the Rangers partially. Anyway. So yeah, what is Ian's workout of choice?
He likes to keep it balanced. He doesn't.
Okay.
He does arm day, leg day, cardio. Doesn't he tries to keep a nice balance of workouts. But for his Pokemon, he kind of focuses on what they want. So
your Pokemon want to go and do all the different things. Gutsy's attention will not be pulled away from the sparring ring.
No, it won't.
Gutsy is hyper focused on seeing some bloodshed. I have to ask: do either of you want to get in the ring with a Pokemon?
I mean, I'm investigating what the whole situation there is because I might, but it depends.
The situation is you are actively participating in a strength and core training exercise that puts your body through a little more damage than with a normal combatant, so that you could hopefully bounce back and become stronger.
Then yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Aiden will too.
there are a number of Pokemon that are willing to participate, or you can, if you wish, fight with one of your own.
I train with one of my own every day. I need to train with a different one to test where my levels are at.
Okay. There is a gentleman who approaches you with a small black box with a hole in the top. Just sticks it out to you.
I will stick a hand in and.
Yep.
Wow.
Immediately you
Presumably-
feel tiny pieces of paper.
Yep.
Roll me a d6, please.
I want to see if there's any lingering aura on the emanating from inside the box from people that have
Okay.
drawn one that just kicked their ass and they hate it, and that resentment lingers on the stub.
Okay, yeah. Give me an intuition check. Call it DC 16.
Would my elemental connection for fighting help with this at all?
Absolutely. Absolutely it would.
28.
28. Okay. So you
I want to get the.
destroyed that DC.
I want to get the ticket. I want to find and pick the ticket that has the most lingering resentment on it.
Okay. So you pull out one, unroll it. The name is Comet.
I look at it. I hold it out to the guy.
Oh. Okay. Comet, you're up. And there is movement from some of the other fighting type Pokemon as this taller than average, probably 1.5 times the regular size. Mian Xiao, covered in battle scars.
Oh no.
One eye missing. Just stands up to sell and offers one of the one of their hands with that long ribbon out in a form of a shake.
I will shake the hand and via aura communicate with them. I'm looking to test my limits.
How hard do you want me to break you?
As hard as you can.
Crack. It takes a step back away from you, crouches, and then is in the ring.
Yep.
Ivan
The gra-
Drago Miensha was not what I expected tonight.
The ground around the entire ring vibrates from the impact, and it sort of crouches and holds its hands up. Very, very similar to the style of an actual praying mantis waiting for prey.
I'm going to.
As I generate this Mienshao real quick.
I'm going to go to the ring. I'm not going to do a fancy entrance. I'm going to enter into it, but I'm going to remove my coat by using bulk up. As I bulk up, just as the muscle expands, the coat just rips and tears off.
All right, we are going to we're gonna go ahead and activate Pokemon Arena. This will be easy enough.
I love that I've got this arena set to automatically turn on the battle music whenever we navigate to it.
That is
pretty cool.
nifty. says there's no token in the arena to give me visibility of the area.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna want to.
Yeah, I will grab everybody's tokens and throw you guys on the side.
Most of us are, including Satomi. Hi, Satomi. Long time no see.
So
Oh yeah, are we
Tommy?
gonna put this in the? Yeah, we're up in the corner here. We're up in the top right corner of the battle map of the battle arena.
Hey, I can see.
I cannot.
All right.
Oh,
Let me grab.
and Ian.
Yep, let me grab Ian real quick.
Are we gonna flip this to 3D mode, or are we gonna keep it on the flat map?
Flat map's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Let me open this character sheet.
Pardon.
Now I
pardon
gotta
anyone-
remember how
pardon,
to.
Pardon to anyone watching. My son is getting his diaper changed and is very loud about it.
I did not hear.
Y'all won't, but it's coming through on the stream.
Fair enough. Okay, so as I try to remember all of the ways to start the encounter because my brain is not working. And we haven't done combat in forever.
Right. We just add. So we select the two combatants, right click, hit the little sword and shield. They have been added, and then we roll all initiative and then hit begin combat at the bottom of the encounter tab page.
There we go.
Is that Ramon?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so the screen is still just all black for me. Is it supposed to be
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
Ian needs.
Hang on.
Oh, does Ian's token not have vision?
Hang on.
I guess not, because everything is
Let's see.
just darkness. There we go.
There you go.
I can see.
Alrighty.
Don't worry about all the old tokens. Just focus on the middle bit.
Okay, so you are going first.
From what I gather from the previous fights that I saw, this is just basically a mock combat, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You are told that you will be administered medication and healed after the fight.
Oops.
What happened on there, Gray?
I accidentally stepped onto the battlefield for a moment.
I'm assuming
I gotta get all
I'm
the best
assuming that
angles.
I'm not using Murasame because it's just me versus the main show.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yep,
use
that
my-
was you had to leave your Pokemon belt.
Yeah.
It was placed in a secure box that is visible from the ring and guarded by two individuals.
So using my Empower ability, I'm going to use a self-targeting status class move as a free action to start with.
Bulk up?
Which is I already used bulk up. I'm going to use agility.
Right.
To raise my speed by 2 combat stages. Because I'm all about speed dodging. And then I have enough. I definitely have enough movement to get over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Rush right over to him. And we are going to open with a triple kick. All 3 kicks aimed at the Mian Shell.
Go ahead and roll it.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
So yeah, the jacket having already been shredded, he like crouches down for a second and focuses as the sand around the arena sort of kicks up around his legs, and then very rapidly shoots over, already balancing on one leg, before launching into just like sort of a Chun-Li style triple kick, directly at the Mian Shao. All three kicks connecting.
Okay. So all 3 hits land. There is a moment where the Mian Shao just sort of stops, like presses a foot into the ground to keep himself from sliding back from the hit, straightens, and then goes in for its move. That's it. So I remember to target you.
Yeah. That was privately rolled to yourself, so I don't know if it hit or not.
It was. It did. I assume you don't have. It's an 8. I'm assuming.
My speed evasion is a 7, so no, that does hit.
Okay.
And I am not going to detect because So wants to be hit, so he knows whether or not what he needs to work on.
Why are you not rolling the damage?
Did you have it targeted?
Yeah, it's targeting.
Is there a damage window pop up waiting for you to input?
Yep, and I click the roll button.
There it
Okay,
goes.
that time it worked.
56.
And,
So it doesn't. Okay, so hang on. I'll calculate my defense.
yeah,
That's a regular attack. Is that a fit? Hang on, I know I have Drain Punch. No. Yes, that is physical. So. Calculator. I take 42 points of damage.
and he is going to activate Sprint.
And so he heals 21.
Yep.
What does Sprint do?
Sprint raises his combat stage by 2 and has an increased overland of +2.
Nice.
So his speed is now 46.
Just rocket tag of initiative.
Which means that he overtakes me.
Yep. Which means he gets another turn.
Yep. Yeah, that means
'Cause that's the way the initiative-
when the round restarts, he goes first.
Okay. And
Yeah, so round
okay. Yeah, we're going to go with jump kick. Make sure we're targeting. As he moves a lot quicker, and doesn't really matter. You manage to dodge right out of the way as he leans back a step and then jumps forward, and deals a quarter of his max HP to himself.
Yep. So I just step back, like sort of juke back as he hits the ground.
That's a 24 hit points to him. Is, up. It was a calculated risk, but are you going to tell me he's good at math? It's your turn.
All right. Yeah. In that case, we're gonna close combat. And miss.
And miss. No blows exchanged this round.
Yep. Well, unfortunately, that also means that I don't get the close combat effect because I didn't deal damage. So yeah, he does the Akuma raging demon, but my Mian Shao is not there when I arrive.
He will use another Drain Punch.
Just sort of batted away this time.
Yeah, and miss.
Yeah, just... yeah, no, we're gonna go for close combat again. Oh no, that's well, it's twice per scene, which is not inherently every other turn. I don't think.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, it's twice anytime during the scene.
Yep. So close combat.
Yep.
This time the raging
Oh,
demon
that'll
hits.
And he goes down like a sack of potatoes. As this almost... Actually, I don't know how tall Mian Shao are inherently. Not very...
Shao are short, kind of short human size, I think. Full 7. So this is about 6 feet tall. You said about times and a half.
Yep. So
about the same
the
height
6
as
foot
me.
tall. Yeah. Just lands. There is a thud through the arena, and there's silence everywhere.
So turns around and like raises his fists like the Mian Shao's about to get up again, and then like looks over. Huh. Slight look of disappointment on his face.
You hear something break, like glass. And there is a shimmer that goes over the Mian Shao. And it stands back to... It rises to a kneeling position. And you see just the faintest trickle of green down its chest. You fight good.
Offer a hand down. So do you.
He will take it and stand. And then when he does, he grabs your hand and raises it into the sky, and there is a thunderous amount of applause.
Raise the other hand too, just for the showmanship.
The when the battle wraps, the consensus you're getting is nobody has been able to get out of the way for Comet.
Of the
Yeah.
of the jump kick.
Yeah. Which is where he got his name.
Got it. So comes away feeling slightly disappointed because he was hoping to actually be hurt more.
Yep. That's the rub sometimes.
Yeah.
It's about this point with all the other things happening around. Perception checks from everyone.
Regular question, aura or?
This is a hearing thing.
Okay.
Perception.
Nope.
5.
25.
I'm gonna say, Gray, you're probably closest. Is how we'll do this. You hear Reginald yelling from the fueling center. Everything's taken care of. Are we good to get on, or do we need a few more hours?
That's what Reginald says?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't hear it, so I'm just hopping out of the ring.
Yep.
The player am having a moment of like, we had to roll perception for that. Is there an important reason why I had to roll perception to make sure
Because it was a
I
distance away.
think it's just
Yeah.
from distance.
You're
that I can
overthinking it,
understand
Eric.
what's going on.
Nope.
Make
You're
sure that we
overthinking.
heard it.
It's just because you were the closest one. It was it's yelling over a long distance, and sometimes that just fades into the din of the crowd.
Especially when at
And
least two
you're
of us
not
are
the
by
only
the party
people
line.
here. Yeah. So it was 100% can someone hear what's going on over all the rabble?
Gotcha. So I'm going to creep away without being seen. No.
As Gray and Reginald abandoned the party to go take on the actual protagonist thing.
Good luck.
Have fun.
I see no way this can go wrong.
What could possibly go wrong?
He does tell you that he would go and get everyone else, but he does not have the right shoes to be on the beach.
I'm just like standing there, and he's like at the edge of where where the sand, like there's a walkway and the sand's right there, and he's just like, look. Like you can okay, just wait a moment. So yeah, I'll mention to the others that that we seem to be fueled up and ready to go if um um we want to do that, unless there's
I mean, Ian, do you want a round of the ring?
Did you say our Pokemon can partake, or was it just people?
They're not opposed to you sending out a Pokemon.
Because I know
It'll be
Gutsy.
the same picking process.
I'll be clear, there's no rush when I mention all of this.
Then yeah, Ian would like to give
Do
Chansey a chance in the ring.
All right.
Gutsy.
So same ritual. A small wooden box is brought over to you. You stick your hand in. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Right. Is there a specific way, or do I just?
You can type /roll space 1d6 and it'll roll it for you.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if that was. There you go.
Okay.
Presumably, Comet's not still in the box.
Yes, comment has been removed. As you pull your hand out and unroll your piece of paper and look down, that is where we are going to take our break.
All right. Those that are watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch legs, move around, do what you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. we're back. A dinosaur story.
Tyrantrum story.
Let's go.
Oh, right. So, Ian, as you unroll that that piece of paper, El Jefe is what's written.
Please tell me this is a
No.
oh god, what's the luchador bird?
As
The
soon
lucha.
as
lucha.
the individual
How lucha?
who is holding the box leans up and looks at that paper, just screams, El Jefe, into the ring now! And there is a resounding thud throughout the area as no one saw it move. But there is very obvious Halucha who has just come down in a 3-point superhero stance.
Yes.
Who just raises its head to look at
Jefe.
Ian.
Your chance he might not make it, but it's gonna at least it'll be beaten by El Jefe.
What a way to die.
Do you need one of us to pull out Gutsy for you?
Yeah,
Do I just grab it and put it on the...
Yeah. Grab Gutsy from your party and pull it out.
I don't have permission to create a
Okay.
new token.
Boom.
I love the animations.
select.
Alrighty.
Gutsy still needs to roll initiative.
Yep, they both do.
Oh no, never mind. There we go.
The GM can roll initiative for both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the Halucha will go first, loving this music.
This song is With Heart and Soul.
And the artist, it's the same one every time, correct? Can we do a shout out real quick to that?
Oh yeah. This is With Heart and Soul from Overclock Music.
Remix.
Overclock Remix. Yes. There are specific artists, but the Overclock Remix just asks us to credit Overclock Remix because it's all free. It's all what's it called? Free.
Royalty free.
Yeah, there it is.
All right. What are you gonna go with? Okay, so you are going to. Oop. Oh nope! I
Nope.
grabbed both of you. Let's just fix that real quick. Oop. And
Also,
only
apologies
select
to the
you.
apologies to the viewing audience. The person who's here to fix our leaking pipe is currently carving into the ceiling a room over. Also, if my internet goes away, he slipped.
there.
Let's hope that doesn't
All
happen.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna roll this real quick and so fun fact, I don't know if anybody's clicked Aerial Ace yet. Aerial Ace has the accuracy bonus of plus infinity.
Yeah. Ace never misses.
It just caught me off guard. It was funny. All right, so that'll be 37 damage to Gutsy, and I will go ahead and apply that. Why did that not? I know Gutsy has defense. Oh yeah, never mind. It's already been calculated. Brain. Yeah, so Gutsy takes 23 of that, and it is Gutsy's turn.
All right. Let's start with defense curl. How do I do this? Not there.
All right. And back to back to LFA's turn. He's going to follow this up with a karate chop.
This is gonna hurt.
for 36 and weak, correct?
It should be.
Okay, fantastic. Gotcha. Thank you. So Gutsy takes a karate chop and just like a champ, gets hit but tanks it. 13 damage.
Nice.
And then it is Gutsy's turn. I love that the Pokemon do their cry when it's their turn.
Oh, I didn't hear it that time.
There was also a Pokeball like open animation when Gutsy came out.
I did hear that. Let's see. Hold on. Need to see something. Nope. Mouse, please cooperate. There you go. Didn't. Oh, there. Did not. Okay.
Can I move in and get up close and personal with my filmography?
That is fair.
Yeah, but it's extra zoom if you're up close.
You
Angles.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, no.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
You go to step into the ring and somebody just gingerly grabs a hold of your shoulder and lowers you back to the floor and then begins a conversation about liability.
Yeah, like
It just goes into a whole.
I didn't even realize I was stepping on. I'm like, and now they're talking. And I just like hold the camera sideways. Well, I pretend to listen.
You did not target the Halucha. That's okay.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. We will.
I was muted in the stream
Excellent.
for a while, but that's just because I didn't want them to hear that.
I will target it for the next one.
It's okay. Why are you not doing the thing? Roll damage for me, please.
Alrighty.
There we go. I'll just have to do this manually, which is not a problem at all. Defense that. Roll it as rock.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Pokemon Rangers from
Halucha takes.
Pokemon Rangers from Hoenn and from Sinnoh do not wear the berets. They wear like normal baseball hats or like military caps. So I can put that on my mini instead.
All right. Halucha takes 3 damage.
Oof.
And in return, it is going after you with another karate chop. That'll be hit. 37. Gutsy takes 15 damage.
Dear lord. And that's super effective too.
Yeah.
Defensive curl is very good,
Yes, it is.
Oh no,
But
I
it-
know. It's just
but it does make Gutsy have a hard time hitting anything.
yeah.
So if you highlight over the Halucha and press the T button, it will target.
I mean, we're also doing the roll
I
out.
should
combo.
already.
Okay.
Yeah,
I should already
looks
have
like
it
it is.
targeted. The four arrows pointing from the corners. I'm assuming. Yep. It's already. I got it.
Cool.
All right.
And it is Gutsy's turn.
Alrighty. All right. Let's try rollout again. Okay. Yep.
Alrighty. That'll hit.
I should have done more because the second rollout.
Yes, it should have.
Did the first
I
one
think
hit?
you've got to manually change the damage base.
Did the first one hit?
Yes.
Okay, then then the rollout combo effect should have applied. Let me see.
It did.
I'm starting
Not
to
the
get
first time.
Whitney flashbacks.
Yeah, it's how it be.
Oh, that was a time.
Yeah.
So
The best way to deal with Whitney was doing the strategy back to her. Because you can set up on the Clefairy.
rollout DB3.
Wish I knew it at the time.
Yeah, I figured that when I was a kid.
17.
All three Jedi starters learn either Fury Cutter or Rollout. And they're both available technically before Whitney. If you go a little bit out of the way for Rollout.
Mm.
Oh, the first one hit, but because it wasn't targeting, the effect didn't go in. That's why.
Yeah. Yep.
So roll the damage again for rollout.
Okay.
Don't hang on. Well, we can undo the damage Halucha took, which I'll do right now. So hit the damage roll for rollout, or just rollout again.
Do roll out again?
Yeah, hit rollout
Yep.
again, so we can get the correct
Alright.
damage. Okay, now do the damage roll. There it goes, and apply that damage, and then the effect should hit again, which
Yep.
it did, so that the next time it'll go up yet again.
Yeah.
It is automated. It is automated, but it only automates. That automation only kicks in if it successfully hits a target, which is because it wasn't targeted the first time. It didn't.
It was dark.
Yeah, it didn't work. There we go. That's the correct damage.
We're going with air release. A battle of attrition.
I appreciate the defense curl into rollout. That's really great.
It's a great strategy.
Fantastic strategy. It is Gutsy's turn.
All right. Hitting with the rollout again. Oof.
Oh, that misses.
That'll be a miss.
misses.
Ooh,
Which does mean
wouldn't have
that.
fortunate.
You lose the rollout effect.
Oh, hang on.
Yep.
No.
Until they miss any target with Rollout.
Yes, but that doesn't. That just means that you can now choose to use something other than rollout. But if you keep using rollout, the damage base continues to rise.
Oh, yeah. To a maximum of 50.
You have to use rollout until you miss. But then once you miss, if you just choose to do rollout again, it'll keep going.
That seems not like the intended effect of that.
That's the way it's worded. It doesn't say
That is the
it's-
way it's
does
worded.
not
It
say
just
like
doesn't
that.
seem like the way it's intended. You're right. I'm not disagreeing.
Sometimes rules as writ be whack, yo.
That's correct.
Then again, we also
Perfectly
had
balanced system.
we also had Focus Punch, which cared about the amount of hit points that the target lost instead of the user, which was weird.
Yeah.
So we had to rule
My
zero.
point.
So
We're
if
gonna
we
go
wanna rule
with
zero this we can, but
Karate Chop with a miss. And it's Gutsy's turn.
All right. Let's try roll it again. Hopefully, oh nope.
Oh,
yeah, you don't have to apply damage because it missed.
Karate Chop again. That's a hit. you guys are watching this fight, and this Halucha is going full force all at it, and Gutsy's getting beat up, but Gutsy's taking it like a champ.
That's my gutsy.
Need to get this thing a goddamn oval stone or whatever it is. Oh, is it just happiness?
Yeah, I think it's happiness for Blissey.
Yeah, it's a friendship evo.
Which means I need to just tell you guys when they evolve.
Yep.
Well, I mean, they also have there's also a level limit. It's like a level.
Oh,
and
okay.
This requirement.
Oh, right. There's a level in PTR.
Oh no,
right? Blissey
is just minimum 40,
Oh,
at least
cool.
according to the Pokedex.
Okay, cool.
The original
Right, I think
Pokedex, and I didn't go look through the rest of them.
Mm.
But it is Gutsy's turn.
All right.
This is actually minimum 30 according to this. So long as Chansey is level 30 and has a high enough friendship.
Fair enough.
Although this Chansey is 25, so that's why.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nope.
Missed again.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's the -4 from defense for all this one.
Yeah. But apparently I'm just rolling really low.
Yeah. That's a crit.
What?
Wait, defense code means
Why?
you need the crits, right?
Oh, you're immune to crits.
Yeah, so you're taking 33 damage.
You
I
can, so
don't.
what we just toggle off the crit there, like I just did.
Okay.
And then hit apply damage. So make sure, So if you hit the crit in the little targeting thing, damage selector, make sure that crit is set to the red, and then hit apply damage, and it will not apply the crit damage. If you need to roll that back, there's a roll back button next to the damage. It would apply the crit damage.
Yep.
I just realized that I didn't see the toggle off on my other screen, which means it probably didn't toggle off for you.
Well, I'm clicking it.
All right, so now is the crit in the red now?
Okay, it did hit. There we go.
Yeah, and then hit apply damage. There you go. Yes, defensive curl makes you immune to crit.
Mm-hmm. It wouldn't let me make the crit a red X until I also made the hit a red X. And then I made the hit work again, and the crit stayed toggled off, thankfully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird way to go about that.
Yeah. So it is Gutsy's turn.
All right. Let's hope we roll high this time. Oh my.
So again, another critical hit that is negated by
Yep. So toggle off the crit option
Yep.
there. And
So what was that? -2, -1.
you may wish to stop rolling out,
One.
and I know you're going to lose the damage boost, but you might want to soft boil yourself.
I'll keep. Well, for now, I'll keep rolling out.
All right. Hey, it hit.
Okay. That was a decent chunk. Halucha took 22 of that.
The next one's going to hurt.
The next one's gonna hurt
Yep.
a lot.
If it hits.
That does hit. 12 more damage.
Shouldn't be. The next time that rollout combo hits, we'll have to remove it because that will go above the 15 damage base. Because 12 plus 3 is 15, so it's at its max now.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Christ.
So Gutsy slams into El Jefe after El Jefe launches a karate chop at Gutsy another time. El Jefe hits the ground, and there is a moment of silence, and then it stands back up. As survived with 3 HP. Is going to. You're gonna let me roost.
Oh Christ, we're getting this battle.
Okay. Ba-boop. So regains 34. Loses flying type until the start of their next turn. All right, Gutsy takes another 13 from Karate Chop.
It's getting close.
Ooh.
Oh,
So on the sidelines, leans over to Annabella and just goes, "Is this how long fights normally take?"
No, this is definitely drawn out.
Ah.
The crowd is hyped up. There is an equal amount of chanting for both El Jefe and Gutsy as your Pokemon's name was announced. So they did not just let Chansey go into the ring. And it is Gutsy's turn.
all right. Now it is time to soft boil. How do I?
So you're going to lose your rollout effect, your rollout combo.
Yep. Well, no, not that. How do I?
So
Just drag.
on the move, click the box that has like an arrow pointing to the upper right hand corner.
Should be at the top of the move,
Or
to the far
to
right.
the right of the move, yeah.
I'm not seeing anything.
So you're looking at Gutsy's move list.
Yep.
Where it says soft boiled.
Yes.
Go to the right. There are 3 icons there. The first one is a square with an arrow pointing to the upper right hand corner. It says send move to chat. There you go. Just click it once.
Yep.
And then click use in the chat.
Okay. It appears this move doesn't have any special effects.
Okay, so then yeah, so we're just gonna you're just gonna have to manually do it then. So regains hit points equal to half of its full hit points. So it's gonna regain 65 hit points. So we'll just go right here and go plus 65. Boom.
Okay.
And that's one of your twice daily uses of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can end defensive curl at any point, by the way, if you want to.
Oop.
Ooh.
Nice. And now we begin
Okay.
the rollout again.
Yes. El Jefe launches with a karate chop and does a total of 4 damage to Gutsy.
Why is it -8 now?
Oh, you actually don't suffer accuracy penalty when you're using roll out. Hang on.
Hmm?
That was the accuracy on it. It's been fixed. But also, actually, you're not adding the +10 damage bonus that you get from curl from defense curl. Doesn't look like.
Has it not been doing that?
Oh wait, no, there it is. Oh wait, no, that's for that one. Hang on, damage. Yeah, no, it hasn't been adding the +10 damage modifier to your
As
to all of your rollout hits.
So let's see. That's an extra. How many?
a lot.
Yeah.
Each hit would have had an extra 10 damage on it.
Yep, we're gonna say you don't even have to roll this. The next time Gutsy goes in for an attack, El Jefe just is bowled over from the rollout and does not get up.
It would have been knocked out when it got dropped down to 3 because it didn't have the
Yeah.
extra 10 on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say you had a final wind.
Yeah.
The drama was fun though.
Yes. El Jefe. There are 2 Metatite that run out and grab El Jefe by the arms and drag him off off of the ring.
Where am I? There I am.
The toughest Chansey in the world.
And
Oop.
Before we return to the Hoenn map, is there anybody else who wants to take a stab at this?
I'll definitely. I will run up and pick up Chansey and just kind of congratulate her. You did it! You did it, Gutsy.
She is just blabbering on in Chansey right now. You may not speak Pokemon, but you get the distinct impression that she is giving you a very detailed summary of how the battle went, even though you were right there watching the whole time.
I was right there. Yes, I saw it, Gutsy. You did great.
As you exit the ring, an individual comes up behind So and yourself as you step down. Gentleman in he's just in a pair of shorts. This is a gentleman who's probably about 4 foot wide, 5.5 foot tall, built like a brick shithouse.
I was gonna say built like D&D dwarf.
Yes. And he just very wordlessly reaches a hand out to each of you, offers a shake, and then stuffs his hand into a big bag at his side and pulls out 2 focus sashes and puts one in each of your hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Prize for winning around here. Not many people go up against Comet and get to walk away. So, good job on you there.
So will mindfully not voice his disappointment with the ease at which he defeated Comet, and will instead just nod. And will look at his Pokemon and see who gets the fancy sash. But yeah, I'll check in with Annabella and Gray. Either one of you want to throw a Pokemon in there, or are we good to move on?
I'm not really a battler, but thank you anyway.
If you ever want to train your stuff, by the way, if you need a sparring partner.
I'm still getting used to it, but I'll take you up on that. Might take you up on that offer down the line.
Gives you a thumbs up. All right, then I guess we're heading back to the boat.
Okay. You guys all see Reginald, who is just standing there with arms on his hips. very much in the dad who is upset at children on a road trip sort of stance. But as soon as any of you kind of give him that the like what's that about look, he just sort of drops it and starts walking to the boat.
So does Pull, having destroyed his previous coat with his bulk up. So does pull from his bag a much longer coat that he apparently has had this whole time. That is equally sleeveless, but hangs down further past his waist, and puts that on as to continue repping the Pokemon Rangers.
As you are walking out, there you see one other person in Ranger regalia.
I will.
They are currently squatted on the fence around the fueling area, just sort of talking down at a Gabite.
I will head over actually to say hello, because it's always good to touch base whenever you see another ranger.
You can very easily see the styler attached to their wrist. But he looks up, flips his hair out of his eyes, and you see him just sort of he does the criminal analyst thing and looks at your features rather than you.
Yeah.
Howdy, rank 2.
Can I tell based on what he's wearing or anything? His rank?
He actually has one of the military style berets, and there are 3 red diamonds that he has pinned going up along the slant.
Yeah. Kiso. Rank 3?
Yeah. You can call me Kai.
Nice to meet you, Guy. Just check
Nice
in.
to meet you too.
We're passing through. My team and I are passing through, but I wanted to check in, see if there's anything that I need to know about the area.
Do you mean this chain of islands specifically, or further in
We're
along
We're following the
You're
spiral.
going through the spiral
to Sky
Okay.
Pillar, yeah.
There's a few of the other ranger contacts out that way. Pokemon Temperament's been getting riled up in that area about the last 2-3 days.
All throughout the spiral, or specifically Sky Pillar?
Closer towards Sky Pillar.
Okay. So more aggression as we're going.
Yeah.
In the water or just everywhere?
In the water, mostly.
Any theories as to why, or just...
This is Annabella.
Pokemon-
She's a researcher working with me.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Annabella Hawthorne.
Hi, nice to meet you. Rank 3 of the Pokemon Rangers. It's from what I'm able to tell, Pokemon are naturally in tune to their environment, so if anything in the environment is upset or changed, they react. So if I had to guess, something weird's going on at Sky Pillar. We just haven't gotten anybody out there yet. Closest we've got somebody right now is we have a few people out on the battlefront here, but they're kind of busy maintaining everything that goes into handling that area.
Yeah. Well, I'm heading up Sky Pillar as soon as we get there, so I'll radio into headquarters when I learn what's going on.
Glad I can make contact.
Thank you. I've got a Rotom phone on me, so if you need anything while I'm out there, or if you learn anything that might be relevant to those of us heading towards Sky Pillar, let me know.
Can do.
And I will just have my Rotom phone shoot him whatever he has, my details. And
his Rotom phone at the announcement of numbers being exchanged comes out of his pocket on its own.
Yeah.
You let yours loose, and they literally just smack into each other and fly back.
Yep.
And you get a little notification, number registered.
And I will give him a salute and hop into the boat.
Reginald begins driving you guys further through the spiral.
And I'll update everyone that wasn't Annabella, that wasn't listening in on that.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I probably shouldn't have butted in, but I assumed you
no, it's fine.
just walked over
Oh, yeah.
as we were in the group.
Yeah, no, he just walked.
Yeah.
He immediately separated and walked over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as we approach Sky Pillar, it sounds like something happening on Sky Pillar is causing the wild Pokemon in the area to be more aggressive. So keep an eye out for Team Magma shenanigans as we get closer.
Interesting.
Remind me what Sky Pillar is. I'm sorry.
Sky Pillar is the place where Rayquaza is.
Sky Pillar is a temple out in the middle. Can we be put on the home map, Julia?
Yes, I am going to move you guys now.
It's not far away from Pacific Log Town. It is the resting place for Rayquaza.
Yeah, it's specifically it is a tower on an island. That is the temple dedicated to Rayquaza. Only those who are worthy are permitted to enter Sky Pillar. So we might not be able to go in, but we will at least
What
be able
determines
to walk up
worthiness?
The descendants of the original Sutoplands, the Draconid people, they determine worthiness. Or Rayquaza himself, who knows?
Oh, based on something. Gotcha.
Vibes, duh.
Presumably,
knowing Zinnia.
Presumably,
Yeah.
the champion, like the regional champion, could go in. As far as anyone other than that, it's up to the caretakers of the tower.
I wonder if that means Rayquaza is being unsettled by all of this.
Hopefully, that's just it, and it's not something worse.
Hopefully. My other theory is that because it was just the aquatic Pokemon, it's because of Kyogre. But if it's just around Sky Pillar, it might just be Rayquaza.
Yeah. But we'll find out.
Right.
Also, does anyone have a potion?
Weren't you given potions after the fight?
Yeah, you were
well,
fully healed after your
okay,
fight.
Cool.
Both of you guys.
Oh.
So remove any injuries.
I didn't take any injuries. I just was down.
Yeah, they had several Blissey on standby.
I start to move in with one of my healing moves, and I go.
Okay. You guys make it through most of the way there. You guys are around this area. I will ping on the map several times.
Down past Battle Frontier.
Yes, past the Battle Frontier. When you start to notice the number of Pokemon just naturally in the environment almost triples.
So, like, common to the environment, but just
lots of
yeah,
just denser.
Yeah, natives, just a fuck ton of them.
Yeah, nothing new, just a lot.
I'm gonna read auras as we go and see what's going on with them.
Give me an intuition check.
Yeah. Annabella's gonna kind of put psychic feelers out to see if there's any like ghost type like frillish in the area, so she can.
Can I do anything with this?
Give me a focus. I mean, anybody who wants to determine what's going on with the Pokemon can give me an intuition check. So just gets special things because he's a special little boy.
Yeah. I'm just trying.
Aura Guardian.
19 to see if there's any like ghost type she can kind of.
I'm pretty good at being very intuition about things. Why don't I be intuition about it?
You're a channeler, so you've also got good intuition.
29.
Rudy, or Ian, there are so many Pokemon. Like it's not the fact that you're just caught off by the sheer number. It's, I think Ian is like, oh, this situation just got a lot more dangerous. As for We'll go up the line. So the aura of most of the Pokemon you are seeing is anxious. There is the occasional anxiousness that turns into anger and then will turn into multiple signatures of anger as that Pokemon goes past the anxious to frustrated to anger and lashing out stage. As other Pokemon, honestly, it seems like there are enough Pokemon to be getting over top of each other in this area, which is really bizarre to see in open water. Annabella, you're getting a number of there is a massive quantity of Frillish, like 50 yards out from you and like 30 yards straight down. And you're picking up at least a dozen different that you can kind of like quickly count different like just energy signatures or whispers or voices that you're able to determine of those are 12, at least a dozen different entities. Gray, you are actively, I assume, taking pictures and whatnot on the trip. You are just taking pictures of the Pokemon, and they're not acting right. The patterns you've seen, because Gray is in tune with wild Pokemon to a standpoint. The energies in the area are off. Everyone is behaving irregularly. Pokemon that usually have normal temperaments are starting to get pushed into anger and becoming a little more aggressive. So you're noticing the area has gotten markedly more dangerous just because of the Pokemon being present.
Does this seem to indicate danger for our sea craft?
Potentially. None of you are seeing any Pokemon at the current point that are what you would consider large enough to be a threat to the boat. But you're on the water, and that can change in an instant.
Also, we're getting closer, and just more and more, it seems like there's a whole lot going on. Does it feel like we can get to the land that we're trying to get to, or can I determine?
You think it's gonna slow you? It might slow you even a couple hours at the rate, because Reginald's basically dodging Pokemon as he's driving along.
Do people think it would be easier to stop at the battle frontier for a bit to maybe find another way over?
Is the battle frontier
right next to us
on the way to where we're going?
You guys, it would be a turnaround for you guys, but only like 10-mile turnaround. Not even. You guys were here, so it's
just a couple miles back.
Yeah, 10, 15-mile turnaround. It's a 20-30 minute trip at most.
To make sure, to make sure I understand, is that where we just came from, or
no? You guys have gone around the spiral from Muscle Island up here. If you follow, the line that Sen just made.
That is me.
No, Annabella. Never mind.
Either way, but yes.
So what you're suggesting is that we might just stop at the nearest spot and see if we can wait it out.
Either wait it out or get like a flying a flying taxi or something over. Just kind of something to avoid the danger to the Pokemon or the boat, basically.
Yeah.
It's like it's basically because it's like right there. It's like this might be safer for us.
Yeah, no, I'm.
And Julia, you said it could become dangerous.
What you're seeing is a ticking time bomb.
Okay.
Pokemon have not become aggressive towards you. They are naturally aggressive in the area at this time. So it's only a matter of time before Reginald bumps into something or gets too close to something and it deems you guys target.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'll vote. Let's make a stop.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Let's turn around with Battle Frontier.
You all grab on as Reginald hears that and stops and turns on a dime. Several of you are thrown to the side of the boat. And he just sort of looks around at everything and says, "Don't have to tell me twice." And the boat gets a little faster than it's been going.
While we're still vaguely in the area, Annabella's going to try to pinpoint one of those entities that are around and just kind of reach out. Are you able to hear me?
Roll me a D100 real quick, please.
$52.
You focus out, and that invisible tendril of psychic communication is cast out into the ether. And you feel it connect. And there is the sensation of darkness all around you. As you get a resounding yes. That sort of shakes you to your core.
And Annabella just goes shocked still for a second.
Yeah. A lot of psychic communication feels like thoughts that are spoken out in your head, but in somebody else's voice. This feels like this person is standing where you are and speaking. Or this entity.
I can't see where you are if you're visible, but we're here to help the Pokemon here if we can. Are you part of Are you part of this?
Just because I'm keeping my aura vision on and keeping an eye out on things, does Annabella's aura look different while she's communicating with something else?
What emotions is Annabella currently expressing
It is
or feeling?
Split 50-50 between curiosity and goddamn terror.
And do I get any like indication of another aura like interfacing with hers?
Roll me intuition. It's extremely weird, and you've seen this before. You can't place where you've seen it before, but something sparks in your memory. As you look at Annabella and you sort of do that thing where your eyes kind of unfocus and they pay attention to the energy surrounding the individual, there's a second silhouette, much larger, indistinct shape.
Out loud, Annabelle, what's going on?
Does she hear anything? Does she hear that?
There is a very distant, sort of almost speaking through a thunderstorm style call from So, asking, It sounds like So's at the end of a tunnel talking to you.
Mhm. I'll make a perception check to see if I can like make out
Yeah.
the words. Seven?
You hear your name, but the rest of it is kind of
Yeah.
that muffled, almost tinnitus speak.
Yeah. Like the head turns in a direction. Her head turns in a direction, but she's not looking at you. She doesn't seem to. She seems to recognize that something was said.
I imagine whatever next part of the conversation will happen before So can do something else. So
Yeah, and you're not hearing that conversation
Yeah,
because
yeah.
telepathic.
Um,
Also, while this is happening, the necklace is just kind of full. Her little like half megastone necklace is floating, like lifting the scarf up.
his next thing is to like sort of communicate to Annabella via aura. So at some point that'll interject, but however long that takes, up to you.
what are your intentions in this area?
We just need to get through to Sky Pillar to see what's going on. We don't mean to hurt anyone.
What business have you at the resting place of Rayquaza?
We want to see what's wrong with everything going on right now. Things are dangerous, and we want to see if Rayquaza has been interfered with, hurt.
You can
Something has happened to the pillar itself.
You can feel contemplation from this entity. And then, so what do you say in Annabella's head?
Annabella, what's going on?
That is clear as day.
And she's able to like emit the, not quite full communication, but it's enough to like pass the message back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something's guarding something's guarding this place. I was able to communicate with it.
It looks like it's overpowering you.
I'm not being hurt. I'll shake. If anything happens, stop me from doing something stupid.
I'm just going to maintain the connection and keep watching Annabella and see what happens.
We'll see if you're worthy.
What does that mean?
You feel the entity recede. And just before it's out of whatever perception you're currently feeling, effectively right before it leaves the room, you set foot on Sky Pillar, you will either be able to enter or be eliminated. I wish you luck. And then it is gone.
Annabella snaps back to reality with just this
Nope, there
big
goes
gasp
gravity.
and just. Yeah, I know. I was trying not to. Just snaps back to her senses, just with this big gasp and just heavy breathing, trying to catch herself. We've been issued a challenge.
The fun kind or the not fun kind?
What they told me was specifically once we set foot on Sky Pillar, we either get inside or we're eliminated.
Fun.
I question your definition of fun.
It's called sarcasm.
Fair. Just. I didn't expect that to work.
Yeah, whatever that was, its aura engulfed you.
Strange, it didn't hurt me or anything. It wasn't malicious, just.
Gut instinct says that was a legendary of some kind.
I don't know. It was completely indistinct to my senses.
Did you just talk to Rayquaza?
I can't tell you.
Fun.
The figure I saw was completely shapeless.
That matches up with what you saw from the aura.
Shapeless.
Yeah.
Well, let's get off at Battle Frontier, rest for a bit, and figure out what we're doing next as to how to get closer.
Oh, good. I'd love to walk around on this beach. At least people have money here. As Reginald parks as he pulls into the dock of the Battle Frontier, and you guys are greeted with dozens of individuals on this island walking around with multiple Pokemon. And as Reginald...
Yeah, Reginald, they're going to try to challenge you to a Pokemon battle, so chill.
Noted. And as he slams the boat into park, that is where we will end for the week.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Gute Nacht.
Goodbye.